25th, 2016 September 12th, 2016 1612 From William's desk, Important, Luz de Maria Australia, Chastisement, Luz de Maria, Solar System, The Warning, USA Artist Drawing of Asteroid Heading for Earth Extremely Urgent Asteroid to Hit Possibly September 25, 2016 In recent days, I was contacted by a scientist/engineer/astronomer who has been studying our website http://little.pebble.org and reading our messages from Jesus and Mary about the references that were made. Message 738 July 6, 2016, about the asteroid that is heading towards Earth but denied by NASA. This information through NASA is hidden from the public as they have blotted out various images so that major networks cannot research it. However, this scientist, who must remain anonymous to protect him, has concurred that if amateur astronomers use the coordinates supplied, they will see the asteroid heading towards Earth within a few short moments. The rockets sent in recent months have been sent to shoot it down, even the recent one sent on the September 8th. The world is in great danger. You will be able to see this asteroid visible with your eyes. This will then give you 3.5 hours to move away from the regions that will be affected. The authorities may say all this is not true. Please prepare now. Here are the excerpts of messages. Message 738 July 6, 2016, The asteroid is coming and millions will die. The asteroid will be broken up into smaller pieces and will still head towards Earth and do great damage, one part in the Sea of the Atlantic, the other part on the soil of the United States of America, and the smaller parts in Europe, Australia, and the Pacific Ocean. Then again on the September 3rd message 741, Jesus says, the asteroid that is being monitored circling the Earth is not the warning but rather a chastisement that will come to the Earth soon. August 25 Luz de Maria, dangers to the Earth that are approaching from space. August 15 Luz de Maria, an asteroid is roaming around the Earth. It will appear unexpectedly. Jesus has revealed we must not be afraid but trust in Him but to prepare. For those who have read this, please forward this onto your government and media. God bless William Costellia. As of this moment, as observed from NASA telescope imaging data from August to September 8, a sizable object in space is being tracked by NASA with a near-infrared deep space telescope. This object is following a trajectory path towards Earth. This object is sizable to where it is faintly bright enough and being tracked from a distance of nearly 2 AU, 1 astronomical unit O equals Earth distance to Sun. Small asteroids would not be detectable from this distance by this sensitive telescope. Yet, with this sizable object, with enough near-infrared light making it distinguishable from this near 2 AU distance, there has been no notification of such a class of object in the current Earth asteroid watch list provided by NASA/JPL, Jet Propulsion Laboratories. The object's trajectory towards Earth is following an incoming angle that is roughly 46 degrees north of the Earth's celestial equator, latitude. The object is approaching near the nighttime to daytime transition, pre-sunrise to sunrise, hours. Such a trajectory, if the object were to be broken into pieces, would result in fragments that could reach the northern and southern latitudes of the Earth. Any process that fragments an asteroid would likely displace the fragments in size and in arrival sequence such that differing locations of the Earth, in the southern and northern hemisphere, would be at risk of impact. The spread and arrival time spacing matched with the Earth's rotation rate determines the diversity of such locations. NASA is responsible for notification of warnings to any potential impact from an asteroid through the NASA's Division of the Planetary Defense Coordination Office, PDCO. PDCO is responsible for issuing notices of warnings of any potential asteroid impacts in communication with the U.S. government, the U.S. Federal Emergency Management Agency, FEMA, the U.S. Department of Defense, and international counterparts. If this information is currently being kept confidential in all of these U.S. groups, including international counterparts, it would follow that the NASA/JPL watch list of near-Earth asteroids would follow in a non-listing, as it currently is non-listed. Quoting a physical.org news story, from January 8, 2016, regarding NASA and PDCO, asteroid detection, tracking and defense of our planet is something that NASA, its interagency partners, and the global community take seriously. While there are no known impact threats at this time, the 2013 Chelyabinsk superfireball and the recent Halloween asteroid close approach remind us of why we need to remain vigilant and keep our eyes to the sky. Of note, the Halloween asteroid, asteroid 2015 TB145, was named Spooky due to its Earth flyby on October 31, 2015 of last year. High-resolution radar imaging of this asteroid yielded an eerie image that closely resembled the complete features of the upper part of a human skull, minus the lower jaw. As NASA and PDCO division is involved with the defense of our planet, NASA presented a near-Earth object mitigation plan to the U.S. Congress in March 2007. In this plan, the most effective mitigation of an Earth-threatening asteroid involved the use of large U.S. rockets. The report identifies the rockets of choice for an asteroid mitigation to be the Delta IV Heavy rocket and the Ares V rocket. Since the Ares V rocket project was cancelled in 2011, the Delta IV Heavy is the currently viable option for such a mission. Such a large rocket, Delta IV Heavy, would be necessary to have the payload lift capacity to place an intercept trajectory device into deep space, with the shortest intercept time. The asteroid mitigation plan identifies nuclear explosives as the most effective method of mitigating and/or diverting an asteroid. However, the report clearly states that fragmentation of the asteroid is a risk from surface detonation or subsurface detonation from using a nuclear explosive. It should be noted that a less effective method, in a high-velocity impact, or kinetic strike, is mentioned, but the fragmentation risk/properties were not identified. If a nuclear device were to be used for an asteroid intercept, Article 4 of the Treaty on Principles Governing the Activities of States in the Exploration and Use of Outer Space, including the Moon and other celestial bodies, would require international notification. If so, other world governments should be notified and would be alerted to such a mission. Another critical component to this technology is the extreme velocity intercept accuracy that would be required for a directly centered hit. This technology has been demonstrated in the High-Altitude Ballistic Missile Defense System by the U.S., THAAD Anti-Ballistic Missile System Terminal High Altitude Area Defense. THAAD employs advanced technology using onboard final tracking radar and highly agile/responsive nose thrusters to achieve a centered hit required for a high-velocity intercept, up to 50 km per second and asteroid velocity. All these factors point to U.S. technology for use in an asteroid mitigation event, nuclear device and high-speed intercept and heavy lift rocket systems. In the last 4 months there have been 3 rocket launches. 2 of these launches comprised the Delta IV Heavy, that is the preference of the asteroid mitigation program submitted to Congress. One of the latest launches is an Atlas V411 rocket. The payload capacity of the Delta IV Heavy rocket is nearly 3 times the capacity of the smaller Atlas V. The Delta IV Heavy and Delta IV Medium and rocket launches were both military in nature, one classified as secret. The September 8 Atlas V launch was for a public space mission that is not military in nature, but is directed by a mission team of scientists in NASA in conjunction with the University of Arizona. If the September 8 Atlas V rocket were to be used for part of a potential asteroid mitigation usage, the entire mission team at NASA and the University of Arizona would need to be placed under a confidentiality secrecy order regarding the change of this original project's mission. I suspect that this would be somewhat difficult due to the high visibility of the mission, the data stream monitoring anticipated, and the inclusion of a public university. Of note, a more powerful version of the Atlas V, with rocket boosters, Atlas V551, was launched for the U.S. Navy. Recent rocket launches, 2 were Delta IV rockets. June 11, 2016, a Delta IV Heavy was launched from Cape Canaveral Launch Complex 37, by the U.S., identified to be containing a classified satellite for the National Reconnaissance Office, NRO. June 24, 2016, Atlas V551 was launched from Cape Canaveral Space Complex 41 carrying a satellite for the U.S. Navy. July 28, 2016, Atlas V launched from Cape Canaveral Launch Complex 41 carrying a classified payload for the National Reconnaissance Office, NRO. August 19, 2016, a Delta IV Medium and was launched from the same Launch Complex 37, which was identified carrying a high-altitude JSAP satellite for observing Earth orbital space objects and debris. September 8, 2016, an Atlas V411 was launched from Cape Canaveral Space Complex 41 carrying an asteroid investigation spacecraft to meet up with asteroid Bennu 2 years out. Given that rocket launches are very dramatic in high decibel noise and brilliant lighting of the sky, it would be difficult to have such a launch go unnoticed if there were to be a clandestine attempt at an asteroid mitigation mission at any another location from Cape Canaveral, Florida. From the above, for an asteroid mitigation intercept mission, the most likely choice may be using the Delta IV Heavy or Delta IV Medium and rocket, or possibly the Atlas V551. Multiple hits, with nuclear devices, would provide the maximum probability of ejecting the most mass/debris of a targeted asteroid in an Earth-miss state. A powerful nuclear detonation likely would create a blast-induced cloud of dust and micrometeorites, micro-asteroid pieces, that could increase the overall brightness of sunlight reflecting off of the cloud in space and also as the object nears the Earth. As NASA and PDCO have not communicated any public information indicating what this object is that is being watched and tracked as it is approaching a path towards Earth, the only method of early revealing of this object to the public would be from amateur astronomers looking for any anomalies in the night skies. If an intercept with nuclear device were to be used, there would be a flash of light from the detonation. If there are multiple intercepts, with nuclear devices, there would be additional flashes of light. In addition, the blast debris cloud likely would form a new star-like light source from a jump in reflected sunlight, similar to how comet dust forms a bright reflective effect. The direction of the approaching object is oriented to near 46 degrees north, general solution, in latitude. The incoming direction is also close to the nighttime to daytime transition, as the Earth rotates, as we approach the fall equinox. Thus, any observation of any flash anomaly would be to the angle of the plane 46 degrees north in latitude extending to space, at an angle in the general area of the plane to the nighttime to daytime transition. If the object's reflectivity, due to the sizable debris field, in its near approach, there could be a brightness level to the object or fragments that would be observable with a good telescope. It would also be possible that the dust and fine debris following the fragments would provide a naked eye visible illumination in the early morning darkness or even in the early morning sunlight due to the sun reflecting off of such debris in its potential close approach to Earth, if this object again is an Earth-intersecting object and a mitigation mission did occur causing a significant fragmentation of the object. A course arrival time estimate, of the nearest point of this object to the Earth, from an intersection perspective, is near September 24 or September 25. This estimate is from analysis of Deep Space NASA telescope imaging data in determining the object's differential movement from late August to early September, 12 days, along with the remaining distance to intersect with Earth's location. It is unknown of the z-factor, depth, of the object's trajectory from the deep space to AU NASA imaging data. Only NASA/JPL coming forward with detailed information regarding this object may these questions be concisely answered. FYI, besides the big fragments that could cause the great damage, there are likely going to be many smaller tiny fragments, i.e. meteorites. On any single day, there are nearly 48,000 airliners in the sky throughout the day. A fist-sized meteorite could take an airliner down if it hits a vulnerable location. You may want to note that this information is identifying an object that is being tracked. It is possible that another object is hidden from the images, but they are tracking in stealth. If this is the case, given your recent message, it may be useful to include keeping an eye out for the star from all directions. God bless. Extremely urgent asteroid to hit. Extremely urgent asteroid to hit possibly September 25, 2016 September 12, 2016 1612 from Williams' desk, important, Luz de Maria Australia, chastisement, Luz de Maria, solar system, the warning, USA artist drawing of asteroid heading for Earth. Extremely urgent asteroid to hit possibly September 25, 2016 in recent days. I was contacted by a scientist/engineer/astronomer who has been studying our website http://littlepebble.org and reading our messages from Jesus and Mary about the references that were made, message 738 July 6, 2016, about the asteroid that is heading towards Earth but denied by NASA. This information through NASA is hidden from the public as they have blotted out various images so that major networks cannot research it. However, this scientist, who must remain anonymous to protect him, has concurred that if amateur astronomers use the coordinates supplied, they will see the asteroid heading towards Earth within a few short moments. The rockets sent in recent months have been sent to shoot it down, even the recent one sent on the September 8. The world is in great danger. You will be able to see this asteroid visible with your eyes. This will then give you 3.5 hours to move away from the regions that will be affected. The authorities may say all this is not true. Please prepare now. Here are the excerpts of messages. Message 738 July 6, 2016. The asteroid is coming and millions will die. The asteroid will be broken up into smaller pieces and will still head towards Earth and do great damage, one part in the Sea of the Atlantic, the other part on the soil of the United States of America, and the smaller parts in Europe, Australia, and the Pacific Ocean. Then again on the September 3 message 741, Jesus says, the asteroid that is being monitored circling the Earth is not the warning but rather a chastisement.